Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to do an AT&T stock bull versus bear case. These are really fun to do. You look at the plus side of making an investment and then you look at the counter argument for not making an investment, and it's a really informative exercise. So let's get right into it. First, let's look at the bull case for AT&T stock, starting with the fact that it's a recession-resistant business and the risks of a recession are rising as the Federal Reserve is quickly ramping up interest rates. The company sells wireless and broadband internet at large scale, so even when people lose their jobs, internet is not the first thing you cancel, right? It's on one of the bottom of the list of the last things that you want to cancel when you lose your job, because internet is so vital. If you're going to be looking for another job, you're going to be doing your research online, so you're going to need the internet. Another reason why people like to invest in AT&T stock, or a positive reason, is that it has a robust dividend yield. Investors who buy AT&T stock today can expect a dividend yield of 5.78%. This dividend payment could increase in future years. Even if the stock price stays flat, the dividend yield could offer a reasonable return on investment. The final bull case reason is that AT&T operates in a near quasi oligopoly. This means few competitors in an industry that take a large percentage of the market share. And so in the US telecom business, there's only two real competitors in Verizon and T-Mobile. What's more, the industry has very high barriers of entry due to the large capital investments needed to build the wireless and broadband network. So it's unlikely that there's going to be a new competitor anytime soon. It's going to be Verizon, it's going to be T-Mobile, it's going to be AT&T that are likely going to dominate this US telecom industry for several years into the future. All right, so now that we looked at the bull case for investing in AT&T stock, let's look at the bear case for not investing in AT&T stock. Starting with rising competition. I highlighted that there's going to be few competitors, but that doesn't really speak to the level of competition. Usually, when you have fewer competitors, there's like a static environment where they don't really compete with each other. That's what's been going on with Verizon and AT&T. They haven't really been competing fiercely. If you compare the two on prices, you can see they're very similar. But now T-Mobile is disrupting the static nature of competition in the industry. It's undercutting Verizon and AT&T on pricing, and this could be disruptive, and it's not something I like to see when I'm investing in these kinds of companies where I rely on the limited competition, right? So this is not something that is positive for investors. Next, management chasing inorganic growth. The purchase and the subsequent divestiture of DirecTV cost AT&T investors billions of dollars. There is no telling if management learned its lesson from that debacle or if it's going to make another similar mistake. Third, it's in a mature industry. The internet and broadband industry are mature and they offer little opportunity for revenue growth from new customers, right? There isn't very many new customers entering into the industry, so it's just a matter of Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile shuffling customers between themselves. And if T-Mobile is going to be undercutting on prices, it's likely that they're going to be taking away market share from AT&T and Verizon, unless AT&T and Verizon counter with price cuts of their own. And finally, it's in a capital intensive industry. AT&T and Verizon and T-Mobile, for that matter, must invest billions in every new tech cycle in keeping up with the newest technology or risk losing customers. For instance, most recently, that was 5G technology. They needed to invest billions of dollars to roll out this new technology. In a few years, it's probably going to reach another point where it needs to invest in the next generation technology, whether they call it 6G or 10G or whatever that might be. There's going to be this next wave of technology that they're going to need to invest in just to keep up with the industry. Otherwise, they're going to risk losing market share. All right, so there you have it, my bull and bear case for investing in AT&T stock. This was a really fun video to do. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.